find the right mentor or coach for you? I get this question asked a lot, so I thought I'd put out something real quick. We're in a time where there's mass uncertainty and chaos everywhere. Stress levels very high, and a lot of people have a sense that they've done the best they can on their own, and they are now open and curious and ready to find someone to work with them to get to the next level. So in this clip, I'm just going to give you 3 tips to consider when you're out there looking for the right person to work with. There are a lot of people available, and I want you to find the one that's right for you. Before I go into this, I just want to clarify the difference between a coach and a mentor, because a lot of times people don't even know which one I need. A coach is typically someone who will help you achieve a certain result. It's usually specific. It's got a focus. So for example, it may be a weight loss coach, a dating coach, a career coach. There is a specific objective, and it's usually very specific in terms of time length. So it might be, let's say, sometimes it can be a short engagement for a month. Some coaches work over a longer period, say 6 months, a year, 18 months, and sometimes people renew. So that's a coach. And there is some overlap with what I call a mentor. A mentor is somebody who has achieved what you would like to achieve already. So it's a little bit more specific in the domain that you would like. So for example, I am a mentor for a lot of women who have done the corporate thing just fine, and they're feeling the calling to do something more expansive, something that makes a bigger difference in the world, something more impact, and maybe build a business. They're not even sure what they want yet, and they need that incubation period, because that's more than just a specific outcome. If I want to make X amount of dollars, or figure out my lead page, or my self-liquidating offer, a typical business coach. And a mentor, in my mind, is typically a little bit broader. So it's not specific to one thing, because as you know, all these things impact everything else. So if someone is coming to me about an issue with, I have no idea why I'm supposed to be here on the planet. I know darn well I'm going to need to poke around. How are you in relationships with people? It's a big part of it. Where do you come alive? What are you doing for a living? Where are you spending your time? Like, I need to know all of that. And, how are you doing with your health? Right? So it's a little bit broader. It's typically perhaps a little bit longer in engagement, although sometimes, a mentor could be for a shorter length of time. For example, I would not be the best mentor for someone who wants, what do I do after I've lived this amazing life in Hollywood? I would be a coach. I'd be very good at the internal work, but I've not personally done that. But I would be a mentor, like I said, for somebody who's been trying to figure this out by herself. She's read a lot of self-help books and is wanting to really bloom in her life. And yes, y'all know I specialize a lot with the feminine essence, because that's part of the real essence of you. So this doesn't always fall into the coaching description so much. Are you with me? Okay, so do you need a coach or a mentor? And sometimes there's enough in between, people call me a coach all the time, and that's fine with me, but I internally see myself more as a mentor. The number one thing, not surprisingly, is resonance. This is something that can't be described. It can only be felt. And it's also my way of saying it does not matter how famous the person you're talking to is, how many certifications they have, how many testimonials they have, how many stages. I spoke on Oprah herself. How do you feel when you're talking to this person? The reason why this is so critical is you're going to be spending a lot of time with this person. You're going to be going really vulnerable. And if you don't feel comfortable, it's just extra work, right? So, it's not necessary that the person you select is some fabulous famous person. Although if you happen to like that person, groovy. It's more important that you feel a certain click, comfort level. That's why most good coaches, consultants, mentors offer a discovery conversation like I do. In fact, I insist on it. I don't take anybody without a in-depth discovery conversation. Because on this side, I'm looking for certain things. I'm listening. First of all, I want to make sure that whatever's going on in your world is something I can help you with. And if it's not something I think I can help you with, I'll let you know, right? So that I can refer you to someone who could be a better fit. It's better for you. It's better for me. That's just better for everyone. From this side, I also am listening. How ready are you? Right? Because sometimes people are like, I want change, but I don't. I want, but I don't. And it's okay if you're in that in-between stage. But at some point, people decide that they're really serious about whatever's going on. I'm tired of feeling isolated, socially awkward, like I was for many years. I didn't know how to do this dance with people. And I reached a point like, gosh, if I don't figure this out, I'm just going to leave. I don't see any point in being here. So I was ready. I was ready, because I had tried so many things. I had tried self-help books. And most of the people, by the time they talk to me, have done a lot of things. Great. So over here, I'm listening. Is this a big deal for you? Because if it's not, well, that's all right. Maybe there are other things more important right now, right? Focus on that. But if you've reached a point where your purpose, your meaning, making a difference, I'm tired of this, this constant grind. And my life just keeps, another 6 months went by and it was the same as the last 6 months. At some point, people approach a point like, this is a priority. I'm like, great, let's have a conversation. Because if it's not a priority to you, it's not a priority to whoever you're talking with either. So this is all to say we are priming you for the best result. The best result is a combination of resonance and timing. And honestly, people think timing is like a grand sign from the universe. It's really, how much do you want this? And are you ready to go? All we've got is the now. So it doesn't really mean, oh, I'm going to wait till September. In fact, 9 out of 10 times that works against people because people never feel ready. So I have to ask, what would help you feel ready? When would you know? Hey, Sonali, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonali's an amazing coach. You want to talk about diversity, inclusion, something I'm very passionate about too. So she and I were on the same wavelength. I feel passionate about it, and it's been something that's starting to inform more of my work because at least half of my clients are of different ethnicities anyway. So it's another way of saying if you're out there and let's just say of not being in the white majority, if you know that has deeply impacted your life experience, don't suffer alone. Okay? There are people like Sonali and me, we get it. You're not going to have to educate somebody or hold yourself back so that the coach doesn't get over whatever. There's shorthand. Find the resonance. Look for someone that might have a clue on your own life experience. So, for example, if issues of inclusion and diversity, discrimination, if that has really been big in your world, for God's sake, find someone that knows what that means and feels like. Save yourself the grief. If you are someone struggling with weight loss, right, or issues with food, compulsive eating, work with someone who has a clue what that feels like. In the grand scheme of things, I would wish for you a stronger, quicker fit so you can get going. And you won't need to explain your inner experience quite so much. There's a transmission. This work it's starting to emerge into a work of transmission of energy. Energy is all we got, folks. Are you with me? It's not so much about the cognitive things anymore. If you want to learn how to do something, the internet's full of that. You all know more than you need. And if the heart is still hurting, look for transmission. Do you like my style? Do you feel something? And if you don't, keep scrolling. It's fine. So someone whose life experience might be similar to yours. So for example, if you are someone who was raised to be a high performer and you didn't know a darn thing about feeling or about the feminine in your body, oh my God, give me a shout. And maybe you were successful in corporate for a while and hated it, right? But you made the money and you had to be like the guys because you're surrounded by men. You sort of adapted, but it didn't feel good. Give me a call. That's what I specialize in. Or you're the only non-white person, whatever. Another tip, whoever you're checking out, consume their free stuff. Go out and consume all my free stuff. Watch his Facebook Live. I've got a free gift. You want to opt in? I've got the Ultimate Stress Relief Guide for Women. It's got a bunch of different tools. Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram. I'm even on TikTok these days, but on TikTok, trust me, I'm not talking about any of this stuff. I'm my wacky self. Okay, you're going to see me when I'm just being a little crazy. Why not? Get to know someone in a real way. So Google whoever you're looking for. Blogging. Not everyone likes doing video. Some people are more written. That's fine. There's plenty for you to consume. And by then you're already getting a feel for someone. So by the time you have your discovery conversation, which I insist on, you feel like you know a little bit about this person. Because if you already are turned off, you won't waste your time. Anyone who's good will offer you a discovery conversation. I'm sitting back and going, what's really happening with you? Is this somebody who I think I can help? And I'm listening to my guides. And if they say no, I trust it. I'm plenty busy, people. I'm not out here to try to close sales. I'm out here finding people that it's a joy. You're going to get the best results. I do have a number of different offers. I don't always know which one's right for you. That's why I can't say, well, how much? Well, it depends. I don't know. Are you more suitable for one-on-one work? There's a special reason why I might recommend that. Are you more suitable for a group offering of women that are similar to you? Is it more of a business conversation about your messaging? And I am not the kind of person that I just see you once. Because if you're serious about transformation, it's like going to the gym, right? You don't go to yoga just once. You'd be sore the next day. Big whoop. If you're really committed, you can't just go to the core in one fell swoop and think you're woke. Don't even think you're that brilliant, because it creates this idea that I know it all already, right? And the worst thing I can do for you is to give you the idea that you know it all after seeing this, because it does you a disservice. That then it becomes, oh, I tried that once. And I'm like, oh my goodness. The proof of the pudding comes when you stick at it. Mastery. Not just, I tried that once. Are you with me? So, discovery conversation. Consume someone's free stuff. Look for somebody who kind of feels like you in their background. They don't have to be exact. I'm lovely if you have struggled with perfectionism, social anxiety and awkwardness, loneliness in a crowd. Your brain is smarter than your heart, and you're just trying to feel. And that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. I get it. If you're in my community, if you're my kind of woman, you know it. If this feels useful to you, send me a like or subscribe. I'll put some links. I just want to leave you with food for thought. We have never been in this time in history. Everything's changing. Stress levels are high. The demands for spiritual growth, you want spiritual uplifting or up-leveling, it is now, right? And it's not always going to be love and light. Wish I could tell you, if you're serious, join the crowd. It is worth it. Your life will be so much better for it. Don't curve. You're right up against something you want. Otherwise, you wouldn't have watched this long. And there's going to be a part of you that pulls back. Totally understand. I'm for keeping you right on that growth edge. I am not going to try to make you meditate it away. Some of you have meditated away your own pain that's trying to tell you something. It's probably trying to tell you, move. I would be doing you a disservice by saying, let it go. Although that is also true. In spiritual work, there are opposites are true. It's called a paradox. They're both true at the same time. Which do you need more when? That is the ultimate question. And if you knew that already, you would have figured it out, right? Come work with a mentor or coach that specializes in this. So subscribe, share this with your friends. Definitely, if you think you might be in my community, reach out. Let's have a one-on-one and see if we're a good fit. Later. Bye.